throughout my career and my life.
The WWE Universe was left in shock and awe as Roman Reigns made a dramatic return at WrestlePalooza, immediately turning the tide of the event by attacking Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker in a display of power, precision, and raw intensity. The moment, captured with cinematic flair and electrifying audience reaction, not only reminded fans why Reigns remains one of WWE's most dominant forces, but also sent a clear message to the current generation of superstars. The tribal chief is back, and he is not to be challenged lightly. Reigns' return was perfectly timed. Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker had been on a tear in recent weeks, establishing themselves as dominant forces within WWE's main event scene. Both men have built reputations for their physical prowess, aggressiveness, and charisma, making them credible threats to Reigns' reign as Universal Champion. The tension had been escalating backstage and on screen, with confrontations, promos, and hints of impending chaos setting the stage for a showdown fans had been anticipating for months. The build-up, stakes, rivalries, and rising tensions. Bronson Reed, the Australian powerhouse known for his strength, resilience, and imposing presence, had been making waves in WWE's main event division. His recent victories over top-tier talent demonstrated not only his athletic ability, but also his relentless drive to reach the top. Alongside him, Bron Breakker, a younger but incredibly skilled competitor with a unique combination of speed, agility, and raw power, had also carved out a reputation as a rising star capable of shaking the status quo. For weeks leading up to WrestlePalooza, WWE programming hinted at a potential confrontation with Roman Reigns, the reigning Universal Champion and leader of the dominant Bloodline faction. Reigns' narrative as the tribal chief, a combination of authority, intimidation, and unmatched in-ring skill, set the stage for a high-stakes clash. Promos, backstage segments, and crowd speculation all built tension to a boiling point, culminating in Reigns' shocking return. The moment Roman Reigns returns. As the arena lights dimmed and the crowd erupted in anticipation, Roman Reigns' iconic music hit, sending waves of energy throughout the stadium. Fans leapt to their feet, chanting and cheering for the tribal chief's dramatic return. Reigns emerged exuding his signature aura of dominance and authority, eyes locked on the two men who had been dominating the division in his absence. Without hesitation, Reigns moved to the ring, confronting Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker. What followed was a masterclass in wrestling psychology and in-ring intimidation. Reigns unleashed a calculated assault, targeting both opponents with precision strikes, devastating Superman punches, and bone-jarring spears. The impact of each move was magnified by the crowd's reaction, the sound of bodies hitting the mat, and Reigns' commanding presence, which communicated both physical and narrative dominance. Detailed breakdown. The attack. The attack unfolded with cinematic intensity. Reigns first focused on Bronson Reed, neutralizing the powerhouse with a series of strikes that showcased both strategy and raw strength. Reed, who had been dominant in previous weeks, found himself on the defensive, unable to counter Reigns' veteran instincts. Each strike, punch, and maneuver reinforced the message. Reigns was not just back, he was asserting control. Turning his attention to Bron Breakker, Reigns delivered a series of precision strikes, punctuated by a devastating spear that left Breakker motionless on the mat. The visual of Reigns standing over two of WWE's most physically imposing stars sent a shockwave through the audience and the wrestling world alike. This moment was not only about dominance in the ring, it was a narrative statement reinforcing Reigns' role as the apex predator in WWE's main event scene. Career context: Roman Reigns as the tribal chief. Roman Reigns' return is more than just an exciting segment. It is a reaffirmation of his place in WWE history. Known for his transformation from a member of the Shield to the dominant tribal chief, Reigns has evolved into one of the most compelling characters in modern professional wrestling. His combination of in-ring skill, charisma, and narrative authority has allowed him to maintain a long-term main event presence, commanding attention whenever he appears. Reigns' ability to elevate both established stars and emerging talent is another hallmark of his career. In this segment, The attack on Bronson, Reed, and Bron Breakker served as a platform to remind audiences of his dominance, while also setting up potential storylines for both Reed and Breakker, whose careers are poised for growth and future main event opportunities. Fan and locker room reactions. The WWE Universe reacted immediately and overwhelmingly to Reigns' return. Social media exploded with hashtags like Roman Reigns, Tribal Chief Returns, and hashtag WrestlePalooza Shock, trending worldwide within minutes. Fans praised the intensity, the timing, and the sheer dominance displayed by Reigns, while also speculating about the implications for future storylines. Backstage, fellow WWE superstars reportedly expressed admiration for both Reigns' execution and the opportunity this segment created for the rising stars. Analysts and talent alike recognized the storytelling brilliance. Reigns' return reasserted his dominance while creating narrative momentum for Bronson, Reed, and Bron Breakker, setting the stage for continued rivalry, redemption arcs, and dramatic encounters in the coming months. Implications for WWE storylines. Roman Reigns' attack on Bronson, Reed, and Bron Breakker has numerous narrative implications. First, it immediately reasserts Reigns' dominance over WWE's main event landscape, reminding fans and competitors that the Universal Champion is the standard-bearer for excellence and authority. Second, it opens doors for compelling storylines involving Reed and Breakker, who now have a personal and professional target to pursue, a redemption arc that could elevate both men's careers while maintaining Reigns' aura of invincibility. This segment also strengthens the ongoing narrative of the Bloodline faction, reinforcing Reigns' leadership and strategic approach to control over WWE's top talent. By attacking two major threats simultaneously, Reigns establishes both fear and respect, ensuring that his return resonates beyond a single moment and influences storylines for weeks or even months to come. Cultural and historical significance. Reigns' return is culturally significant in WWE's ongoing storytelling. As the tribal chief, Reigns embodies themes of family, dominance, and heritage, reflecting both his Samoan lineage and the storied Anoa'i wrestling dynasty. His confrontation with two rising stars creates a generational narrative, the established leader versus the next wave of challengers. This dynamic resonates with audiences, blending athletic spectacle with storytelling depth. Moreover, Reigns' attack demonstrates the art of building anticipation and delivering payoff in professional wrestling. The careful pacing, crowd interaction, and in-ring execution all highlight WWE's ability to create memorable, culturally resonant moments that extend beyond the confines of the ring. Conclusion. Roman Reigns' return at WrestlePalooza, culminating in a decisive attack on Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker, will be remembered as one of the most impactful moments of the year. The segment combines spectacle, storytelling, and in-ring prowess, creating a moment that resonated deeply with fans, talent, and analysts alike. Reigns' dominance in this sequence reaffirmed his position as the tribal chief and WWE's top performer, while simultaneously elevating Reed and Breakker as credible threats with unfinished business. The narrative possibilities created by this attack are vast, ensuring that the feud, rematch potential, and storyline ramifications will remain at the forefront of WWE programming for months to come. For the WWE Universe, the segment was a reminder of why Roman Reigns is one of the most compelling figures in sports entertainment. His ability to blend in-ring skill, psychological storytelling, and cultural resonance ensures that his presence is always felt, and that every return carries significance. As WWE continues to evolve, fans can anticipate that the aftermath of this attack will shape the main event landscape, create new rivalries, and define the careers of Reed, Breakker, and Reigns himself. One thing is clear, the tribal chief is back, the hierarchy has been challenged, and the WWE Universe has never been more captivated.